A little girl repeatedly showers the owl in front of her with kisses. Annoyed, Xueqiao lets out sharp warning calls, trying to scare away this child who seems to have no sense of boundaries. Yet the girl continues to do as she pleases, becoming even more affectionate. Helpless, Xueqiao can only swallow his frustration. So why would such a solitary and vigilant bird of prey show so much tolerance toward a human? It all began several months earlier. While hunting, Xueqiao accidentally fell into a river. Despite struggling desperately, he could not escape the strong current. A passing woman noticed the trapped little creature and, despite the risk of being scratched, rescued him from the water and carefully dried his soaked feathers. She assumed he would fly away once he recovered, but instead he remained standing there, seemingly confused, letting out continuous cries. The kind-hearted woman suspected that he might be injured, so she took him to a clinic for examination. Surrounded by unfamiliar humans, the small owl appeared extremely uneasy and even attempted to attack the staff. Fortunately, with patience and gentle reassurance, he gradually lowered his guard. The examination revealed multiple fractures throughout his body, and his condition looked far from optimistic. The veterinarian immediately performed surgery, and fortunately, everything went smoothly. Because his injuries were severe and required a long recovery period, the woman visited the hospital frequently to care for him. She accompanied him through rehabilitation exercises and brought him fresh meat to eat. Gradually, he began to feel a warmth and sense of security he had never experienced before. However, since Xueqiao's recovery would take a very long time, the woman eventually decided to bring him home so she could care for him more easily. When they arrived, her 7-year-old daughter immediately ran forward and hugged the adorable creature. The woman nearly broke into a cold sweat, worried that her daughter might be hurt by his sharp beak and talons. But in the very next moment, the two leaned comfortably against each other, as if they had known one another for years. Although Xueqiao was still slightly uneasy, he tolerated the little girl's closeness out of gratitude for the woman who had saved him. After spending time together, the two little companions became inseparable and trusted each other completely. Every day they stayed close, hugging, playing, and showing affection, with no sign of fear. The once aloof and cold Xueqiao gradually revealed a warm and gentle side. The family's husky quickly grew fond of the new companion as well, sticking by his side every day to play, run around, and cause cheerful chaos together. The once quiet household suddenly became lively, full of energy, and the only exception was the family cat, which always kept its distance. No matter how friendly Xueqiao tried to be, the cat remained completely uninterested, something that secretly hurt his feelings. Each day, the little girl took him into the yard to play. Xueqiao would patiently stay by her side, allowing her to stroke him without ever avoiding her touch. Around his delicate young owner, he was always extremely careful, afraid that even the slightest movement might harm her. Beneath his cool and aloof exterior was a surprisingly warm and gentle heart. The family believed they would be able to live together like this forever. However, the Animal Protection Association eventually requested that Xueqiao be returned to the wild. When the news arrived, the entire family felt deeply sad. The little girl held Xueqiao in her arms, whispering softly as if trying to remember the warmth of their final moments together. Xueqiao seemed to sense the coming farewell as well, murmuring quietly beside her ear. The husky could hardly bear the separation either, repeatedly licking his once inseparable companion, perhaps understanding that this goodbye might be forever. At last, Xueqiao was released back into the wild. As if hearing the call of nature, he spread his wings and flew into the sky. Yet the next moment he landed quietly on the snow, gazing back as if held by an invisible thread, memories of the past flooding his mind. Perhaps that was the bond of love. In the end, however, he spread his wings once more and returned to the world where he truly belonged.